Welcome back to the Grieving Sisters. I'm Jessica.
I'm Elizabeth.
And we are back. We are just like really talking about some really great topics. You know, obviously we are niche down. We are, this is about sibling loss, but we just didn't want to only cover sibling loss. We also wanted to kind of cover other aspects of grief and other things that come along with grief. I think the top two episodes I've been hearing a lot about, and again, right, we have so much more in the can, but I think the top two, the ones that are out right now, is triggers and social media. And I was just like, we need a social media.
Part two.
We need a part two, because I feel like even after we sent this episode and we're like, don't do this, don't do that, that's not right.
Right.
They still did it.
Yeah. I mean, digital etiquette is the new word that we need to have. And
Legit.
This is all about digital etiquette.
Maybe we should trademark that. What do you think?
Boundaries.
This is recorded.
Rules.
Yeah. This is already recorded, so there it is.
I knew it was coming.
Yes, thanks, Marv. But no, truly, like I do think that there needs to be some online etiquette. I think what prompted me also to do part two. So I don't know if you saw the incident. There was a man and a woman. They just got married. They have 3 kids. He was driving, I think, with his brother-in-law. Don't quote me. I don't know there was another passenger in the car.
Uh-huh.
And he was going from Spain to Portugal in a Lambo. First of all, a Lambo is a chill car. Like
it's not really like a
cross
road
country.
trip car.
Yeah. Like this is like something like you look cute, you make the doors make them look like they fly a little, and that's it, right? Like this is what we do. And apparently, he passes, whatever. They're posting pictures of his wife grieving. They have 3 kids. Paparazzi has no shame whatsoever, and they're there posting pictures of this woman
and people
grieving.
Were commenting on her appearance.
People were commenting on her appearance, but then you had the flip side, which I just found, I was just like so relieved, because I couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, let me back out of these, I got to back out of this. Because, first of all, any post, I'm in the comments, because those comments.
I go to the comments first.
It is, listen.
And let the video play.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's really funny people out in this world, and they have no idea how funny they are, but not when it comes to something really serious. But I mean, and we are the most unserious people.
Yeah.
But if a woman is grieving, and like she just lost the father of her kids, she just got married 2 weeks prior. Like she's supposed to be like going, like they had their honeymoon, they had everything planned out, and you're posting pictures like, oh, look at her. And people were actually saying, and this is when I was like, okay, there is some decent humans on this earth. They were like, take this picture down. How dare you? She just lost her husband.
I did see that.
And I was just like, that's the right way to do it. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Who do you think you are? Right? It goes back to the same thing that I said before. Who do you think you are to post things like that? And this is paparazzi. Like, are you making money off of this? Like, did she say for you? Did she even give you permission?
You're including a lot of other people in her grief.
Right.
If I'm a mother of 3, if I just had my partner pass, if I'm going through all of this, I'm choosing who I'm letting in my circle.
Right.
And who I feel comfortable grieving in front of.
Right.
So it's like when the paparazzi comes and takes pictures, now you're including all these other people, and it's bad enough that the whole world knows.
It's like watching, right?
And is watching. Because if she looks like shit, everyone's like, oh, she looks so horrible. She's taking it so bad. And if she looks good and was able to wash her hair that day, then it's, who is she looking cute for?
Right.
Do you remember Kobe's wife?
Oh, so I was going to break. Wait, how about they were saying that she's pregnant?
She looks good.
Now they're saying that she looks pregnant. Look, she looks pregnant in this picture. Look at her. She's pregnant.
It went from she gained too much weight to now she looks too good.
Like she's always like under scrutiny. Like she's literally under a mic. Like I feel like they're waiting. And I guess it's because of whatever happened with him and his family. Like there was just like a lot of turmoil within him and his family. I don't really know the story too much, but they always said like, oh, she was out for his money. That's why he cheated and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the tabloid said. But like, she can't catch a break. And what if she did move on?
It makes total sense now why people back in the day used to have like my mom was like, bring back grieving attire. I'm like, yeah, like bring back everybody wearing black,
yeah,
wearing the veil. Like nobody should, like the black women the black veil over all the women.
Yes.
Like, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you shouldn't be looking at my face. Right. Why are you looking at my face? Like, come give me a hug and keep it pushing. Like, why are you looking at if I look good, if I need my roots done, if, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh. Like, oh, she's still a mess. I'm grieving. Yeah. I couldn't care less how I looked.
I shout out to my hairdresser. I absolutely love him. Will. Like, I would go to him. I mean, I had a really hard time, detangling my hair or washing my hair when I was deep in my grief. So I think for like the first 6 weeks after Natalie passed, I would hit him up and I'd be like, can you wash my hair? Like, and it's going to be like, I didn't wash my hair. And he would go and him and they would like wash my hair and detangle it and blow it out just so that I could have like my hair like good for a couple of days. Right. And that's what he would do. And like I said shout out to him because my roots were growing out, my highlights were, and he'd be like, when you're ready. Like, he never was like, girl, let's get you together. Like, you looking like how it was more like, hey, listen, when you're ready, we can do a highlight, or when you're ready, we can do your roots, or, you know, your hair looks really good still. You know, it was like, he knew I was just there to wash my hair and detangle it so I can, like, get on with
because you didn't want to wash it.
Because he was 10 minutes from my job. So I would just be like, I'm at work. My head's itchy. Like, can you please wash my hair on my lunch break and do my hair? Right. And that's the thing, too. It's like, not commenting on stuff. And he's somebody who could comment on my appearance. Right. So I was like 16. Like, you could always comment, you know, but just people knowing not to like comment on your appearance while you're in grief,
even gaining weight and all that stuff. And then I saw like they were saying how and it was funny, I actually thought it was really, really funny. Lauren London, when she was casted and she was doing a movie, there was pictures circling around with her being with someone new, and they're like, you see, she's not a writer. She's kissing him. She's not a writer. And then it's like, surprise, it was a movie. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why do you feel? And then do you notice that it's also women? Mm-hmm. So when is it like a good time to move on? Now, I'm not saying to move on to their friends or family members or anything like that. Right. Sorry, not to throw a stab, but whatever. Yeah, right. Stab. But yeah, no, I feel like when is it the right time to kind of like move on? And it's always women. Like with the men, it's like, oh, the next person in line. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not how it works. That's not how it's supposed to be.
At the end of the day, people are allowed to grieve how they want to grieve. Right. They're allowed to look how they want to look. Right. You are allowed to live your life without people putting their own projections on you. Right. When my dad died, I wore black for 3 years. Right. Congratulations. Right. I hope that helped you.
Sure.
I'm going to wear a bikini and I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to cry in the sand and I'm going to say a prayer and I'm going to jump in the ocean.
Sure.
That's what works for me. Right. What works for you is what works for you.
Right. And then on the flip side, then you have, Malcolm Jamal Warner that he just passed.
Oh my God.
And his daughter was there. But it was them two on a trip. The wife wasn't there.
I didn't realize she wasn't present.
So I only heard that on the radio on Friday. So now we're Sunday. I heard it on the radio Friday and that she had to get the phone call because she was home with the rest of the kids. And he was working on like big projects and stuff like that. But I was just kind of like, I don't know. Did we kind of need to know that she got the phone call? Like, okay, she wasn't with him. So we're going to assume that she got the call. And then it got out.
And we wrote that here. Like, when does sharing become honoring and when does it become performative? And like, what are the emotional boundaries that people are setting or not setting when you're sharing publicly? Right. Like, he drowned. It was a very public thing. It happened on a public beach.
But now they're like, oh, well, he needs an autopsy, and then we're doing all of this, and then you're talking about like, why is it
like, oh, we tried to revive him for 45 minutes. I saw that.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh my gosh.
That kind of like, I was like, oh.
Like, what?
Where was that baby girl? She's 8 years old.
She was there. She was when they were. I don't think that she was. I think that they took her off like Like,
I just think at the end of the day, there's too many details that are posted.
That shouldn't be. Like, it just should. Like, it's like the Sun. Like, I'm reading like a tabloid, you know? Like, that's what social media has become, like a tabloid almost.
Right.
And I feel that there's just so much information, and some of it's misinformation, you know, that's out there.
It is right.
And like assumption, oh, it was a drug overdose. Oh, they committed. How about the woman, the chef? The one with the short blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
They were saying, oh, you know, they just posted, reason for death, suicide. And I was just kind of like,
how do you know that so quickly?
Right. Like, how? But why are you telling, like, now you're like, I don't know. I just feel like even the fans, I don't know. Do you feel like it's due to them? Like, do we feel like it's, and right, we're talking about famous people, but then I've also seen people now still what happened? What happened? You know, we just had someone we worked with for quite some time. We actually went to school with his son. I worked with him, and he, whatever passed, he went for surgery and passed, but you know, you have people, what happened? What's going on? This, that, and the other. And it's like, too soon? Like, he just passed?
Right.
Like, it was the 27th.
Right.
Or whatever, 20, whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, it's too soon. Like, why do we need these?
I wonder what it is about the details. And like, I do like crime TV. I do watch a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I often do question myself, like, what about it? Even like the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, what about is like knowing the details is like interesting. Yeah, I'm like, but also I also feel like listening and watching all these things makes me hyper vigilant.
Yes.
Like, that happened because of an Uber. That happened because of that. Like, now that's just me being a helicopter parent and being anxious and trying to like always see things coming.
Right. But I still think, like, who are you?
But it's
that
like,
you
it's okay
are
to
owed.
be curious.
Sure.
But if you are,
DM them
to a podcast of crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come out and ask people. I never once asked you how Shawnee passed.
Yeah, I know.
And
even
I've
before
known her
that,
since she was 8 years old, and I never said it was like, I'm sorry, I love you.
Right.
Never asked, because what does it matter?
Right, they're not here.
What does it matter?
Not coming
what
back.
What is the details? Because I also think that some people like to kind of this kind of dawned on me too. It's like, oh, how did they pass? And it's like, it all depends on how you deal with grief and how you deal with death.
Sure.
Right? So it's like, we both got a phone call learning that our siblings had died tragically.
Right.
Some people have a sick sibling.
Right.
And can go through the motions of chemo and radiation and like doing. And so someone might say, well, at least you got a chance to say goodbye.
Oh.
Versus somebody who tragically, you know, and it's like, and that's okay if that's how you say it in your head, but it's like, if your sibling got sick and had like a 2-year battle with cancer, and mine died tragically, I don't want to be like, oh, well, Jess, at least you got to say goodbye.
I would never.
So it's like, people ask questions to try to say, look at the bright side.
Right.
Sometimes people ask questions to find a silver lining.
Right. To fix it. And to be like, oh, well, you know, at least this or that and the other.
And
or
it's like horrible. Like, somebody asked my mom, and we posted it the other day on the Instagram page.
Yeah.
Your daughter passed? Do you have any other? Yeah, I have another daughter. Like, oh, at least you still have a daughter.
Yeah, like, how? I can't. The things
also,
and not to say.
I'm the delinquent. My sister was the doctor. It's like, you really had to choose. I know it's so bad, and I have like dark humor.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I mean, no, I get it.
I mean? Like,
I totally get it. But
I've always been the headache, and she's always been like the perfect.
But even that
person, you know, so it's like.
But even that though, right? Like, how do you say that to a grieving mother?
Right.
Like, oh, you have another daughter though. Like, what is that? What does that mean? Oh, you know, Marie's own son, like her only son, and it's like, she's like, yeah, it's my baby boy, but like, yeah, I got other kids, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, why would you say that to someone grieving that? Or, you know, oh, someone passed away in their 90s. Okay. Sure, they lived a wonderful life, or whatever the case may be, but they lived a long life. They got to see whatever, 90 and some change. that doesn't mean that you can't grieve them.
It doesn't mean that's not easier. And that's so interesting because my grandmother's sister, my great aunt, had passed away recently.
Yes.
And I was like, instead of saying like, I got 37 years with my sister and she got, the way I thought of it was, I was a wreck and I only had 37 years.
Right.
My grandmother is 90.
Yeah.
I think my dear Gladys passed at like 92. You got 90 years.
Right.
90 years with your older sister. Like, I could imagine what that feels like.
Right. Imagine.
I'm grateful that you had a chance to say goodbye, but my heart is also with you because...
Right.
You've lived 3 lifetimes.
You're freaking frat, like
you
this
know what I
at
mean?
this point.
Right. It's like you come from Cuba together. You're in a new country.
And then think about that too. They're at that age too that all their friends are already passed.
They both lost their husbands.
Everybody's passed, and they were still together, like side by side. So it's like,
exactly.
But how do you like? You don't say that,
right?
I just, again, right? It goes back to the etiquette. I also saw somebody in a comment. Or if they posted something, they said, "Oh, well, it was God's calling," and I'm just like, "Stop! You're not God."
And it's always the least religious people who always say,
"Oh God,
it's God has a plan. You just don't know it yet." I hear you.
Right.
But I've never,
But then when is it performance, right? So I also noticed something. There's people who are grieving and they're still grieving, but then. Like I see people posting something like, "Oh, my dad has been gone," and they're like in their 70s, maybe 80s, or maybe 60s or whatever. "Oh, they've been passed already 37 years." And I'm just like, "Oh, is this performative, or are you really still grieving this person?" Like, I'm not saying that you can't miss them.
Right, grief never goes away.
No. And I just wonder, I'm like, okay, but are you really grieving this person, or are you doing it for likes?
Right, like, do you have to post? I get what you're saying, right? Like,
do you know?
Like, where is it coming from? Is it coming from? And I'm sure people get that about me too.
Not necessarily.
Am I performative? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't think so.
It doesn't come across that way. I always wonder, but also I don't give a
Me either.
We got flagged for cursing.
Yes, we did. I
don't give
it's all good.
But if you think me being at my sister's grave and seeing like a beautiful sunset, and I take it, it's like
no, I mean, listen, all good. Like, but and then I saw, and then this is something that again I think really. So it was somebody in town. And the daughter had to come on Facebook and say, "Unless you hear it from me and my sister, please do not say that my dad passed away." Because people were already posting saying, "Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace." And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, why did she have to write this on Facebook to help? Like, why do you feel like you need to post?
People share the news articles of my sister, my brother-in-law passing.
Yes.
And I have tons of family in Argentina that didn't.
No, that was the same with my brother.
So my cousin is like, he's from Argentina. He's living in Australia.
Yeah.
He's seeing that. He's like,
what's going on?
And he's like sending me a voice note. He's like, am I seeing this correctly? And I'm like, trying to give him some details. You know what I mean?
Right. And then even that, like, he's asking questions. And it's like, because these people, they want to be the first person to post. They want to be the first person to feel good. Like, oh, look, I shared this new, like their TMZ, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, you need to allow the family to post first. And that's the way that I see it. Like, unless they didn't have any family, granted, no doubt, like, hey, listen, so-and-so passed away, whatever, and that's it. But enough, like, stop trying, like, I would never want to take that limelight away from anybody. Right. Like, I don't want that limelight. Right. I don't want to, I think that was one of the things that I never, and I do have pictures with my sister and your sister together, and my uncle has them. I don't know where they are, but I know he has them, or my mom has them. Either way, whatever, one of them have it. I would never take those pictures and I would send them to you and be like, hey girl, look what I got. Like, look what I found, like, it's just, I don't know. Yeah. It's just like the distasteful. It's very distasteful.
Yeah. I don't understand I'm still trying to understand what's fulfilling about it.
I don't know.
Like, how does it
maybe we should ask the audience. Like, I really think that, like, I really want, like, some real
because even
raw
with celebrities,
feedback.
like, people are like, oh my God, this person died. Oh my God. Like, I've like text people, oh my God, did you see this person passed away? That's one thing, but it's always like this rush to, like, if you're not a news outlet, why are you rushing to, like, put it on your page that this person died and how they died?
Right. Like, who are you?
Right.
Who are you? Like, especially, like, even when, you know, in our celebrity, Grief and Celebrity episode, how they were talking about, like, even with Biggie and with Aaliyah, how, like, it all spread so fast. And it's like, did it even get to their parents yet? Like, were the parents, like, did they even have a chance to, like, post their condolence, like, whatever the case may be, whatever they wanted to post?
And I will urge our listeners and friends of our listeners to think about this. Whenever there's a tragedy, right? And somebody dies in a tragic way, right? Not this person was in a hospital for a long time. Or, it's always tragic. I'll say that first.
Right.
But if there's some sort of accident, or self-harm, or shooting, or things like that, you have to realize that the family is working up the courage to ask the medical examiner if they're going to be able to have an open casket.
Right.
So I remember being with my entire family and my brother-in-law's family and speaking to the medical examiner and not having the courage to say, does my sister have a face?
Right.
Like, we hung up and I looked up, I put my mom in a room and I'm like, I couldn't. I wanted to ask because I want to know. I want to start making arrangements. So for the people that are like, this person drowned, this person was in a horrible accident, this person, it's like, everybody slow the fuck down because their family is wondering, what is this going to look like? Because for a lot of times, your wake is where you get to say goodbye.
Right.
That's the last time you see your family
and culturally,
member.
right?
So culturally, you're wondering, am I going to be able to really see that? Can I touch my, thank God I was able to touch my sister's hair and, you know, but I didn't get that with my brother-in-law.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you guys need to be really, really careful when you're posting about people who die in a tragic accident.
Well, that's like HUD post.
Don't say that. Car flip challenge.
Car flip challenge.
And
that
like
just
this motorcycle. We've lost people who died in motorcycle accidents.
Several people.
So it's like, you don't want to post details like motorcycle accident, hit by a car. Like, you give these gruesome details, and the family and the loved ones of those people are like, holy shit, I hope that they're all in like one piece, like the Kobe stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and the pictures and everything.
The
like,
pictures.
And people were paying for that.
Autopsy stuff. Like, why is everybody leaking all this shit? Like, that woman has to put her kids to sleep and think about, oh, he had like one or two of the limbs.
Because they could. It's that entitlement that they could.
It's just like, you're not thinking about, this is traumatizing for other people. Like, I didn't know what shape my sister was in for like a week or so. Like, until I went to the hospital and I was like, can I ask you a question? Like, come here. Yeah. Why? Because I don't want to trigger the other people in my family or my brother-in-law's family. So think about that. I don't want to trigger people who are directly related to it and people who have no connection to any family or anything are sharing details.
Right. And I just, again, it goes all back to social media etiquette. And I think that we really do need to pay. I'm with it. I'm ready to trademark it and just be like, okay, here's the do's and don'ts on social media when it comes to grief and when it comes to death, because I think it's very important to recognize, hey, let me take a pause real quick before I'm rushing to post something that you pretty much have like no idea about. And I think it's just really important to recognize that. And, you know, that's why I feel like we had to do a social media part 2, because I think it was time for that. And there's probably going to be a part 3 because I'm watching.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot, but I see it.
Yeah. I you know, there's something here we said, whether you're the one grieving, supporting someone else, or simply navigating what's okay to post during loss, like, we hope that this conversation offers reflection, respect, and clarity in a time that often feels confusing. I love this line. Because even in a digital age, grief is still deeply human.
Yes. And that's exactly, and Annette says that too.
Yeah.
Annette, obviously from Good Grief, she was wonderful. And, you can always check out our episodes with her and, but I just feel like, again, I think we need to like kind of just tap into that social media etiquette and the do's and don'ts. Just and what to say and what not to say. And that's actually one of the episodes that we have with Annette.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for joining in. This was like a little bit more less calmer, I feel like. I feel like the first episode, I was like, are you people crazy? Like, what's wrong with you?
So if you can, go back to episode 2. If you go back, the first episode is us introing this whole podcast. The second episode is the first part
of the social media. And you saw and it was about my brother, and it was about your sister. Like, we were just like really, really, really fired up. But, ultimately, we kind of got over it, but then it's like, we still keep our
We're still seeing stuff. Yeah. So it's like, we want to
still
be
the same people. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. And I think I got it all.
I think so.
In one breath?
Yeah.
Awesome. There! It's because I'm Jersey. Try to be Blossom, Try to see how many things I can say so fast in one breath. Oh, we practiced that in school.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Thank you guys so much.